Thanks so much for joining us, Mitch. You got 8 wins on the trot. How are the boys feeling?
Yeah, there's a pretty positive vibe around the club at the moment, especially from the weekend with the seniors. It was our first opportunity to play at the Gabba, so we really wanted to put on a show for our supporters who haven't been able to see us as much. We were lucky to get the win. Redlands put up a good challenge and a good fight, but then also for the seniors to win, it ended up being a great day for the club.
What do you think got you there in the end?
Yeah, it's sort of an interesting question. It became a little bit of a shootout in the end, which is what we were trying to avoid. 132 points to 114, and what Redlands were able to do to us in round 7, they were able to beat us. So for us to be able to fight back and win, and they were really coming hard. I think our first quarter set up the game for us, and in round 7 they were able to do the opposite to us. So for our boys to be able to hang in there and work out that not every game's going to be easy. Our last 7 games we've actually been in pretty good form, and the sort of boys have been rolling on. So it was a good challenge and a good opportunity for the guys to realise that every game is hard work.
Did anyone step up in particular in your coach's eyes?
We had a few guys that put in some really solid performances. Jared Jansen has been really solid over the last month. Liam Dawson up forward kicked a few goals for us. The pleasing part was some of our experienced players stepped up in the last quarter. Ryan Harwood come on and he kicked some goals. Blake Brewer, who was a former Redlands player, kicked 3 goals in the last quarter, so he was able to step up when it counted as well. Clay Beams in the middle in the last quarter. So our senior players sort of lifted towards the end there. But all in all, we're looking for 22 contributors every week. So against Canberra this week, that's what we'll be focusing on.
You just mentioned Ryan before. He did have quite an impressive game statistically. Do you think he could be pushing for a senior call-up this week?
Yeah, probably not this week. I mean, it's his first game back after a fair layoff from injury. He hurt his toe, so he needs to build into a little bit of match fitness. He missed the first quarter on the weekend and played the last 3, so we'll build his game time up again this week. He'll play across the 4 quarters, and look, I think certainly Ryan and he's certainly now mix to play senior footy in the next few weeks and the last couple of rounds, and I'm sure he'll want that to his season to finish off the year strong.
So you got Canberra this weekend. You mentioned it turned into a bit of a shootout against the Redlands last week. Is defensive intensity a big key factor this week in your preparation?
Yeah, absolutely. That will be our focus going into this week. Will be our ability to be able to restrict the opposition to score and really focusing on our defence, and along with that comes with our contested footy, and we know that the way that we're moving the ball is good enough, and it's really exciting to watch the way that our players are moving the ball. It's just now that we've got to tighten up on our defence, so we'll be putting some stuff in practice this week during our training to make sure that we can restrict Canberra's score.
Great, so it's a little bit cold in Brisbane this morning, but what are you expecting down in Canberra? Yeah,
I think a few of the boys will struggle certainly with the conditions, but again, it's great for our guys to be able to adapt to this. We went to Melbourne last week on a first year's trip, and it was cold there for the boys, so they've got to get used to playing in colder conditions, as Melbourne is colder at this time of year. So it's another good challenge and another good opportunity to see how the group respond to different conditions.
Thanks, Mitch. Hopefully you get your 9th straight win.
Cheers, thank you.